Nigerian rapper and activist Falz has condemned the President Bola Tinubu over the recent mass killing in Benue State, accusing him of failing in his most fundamental responsibility as a leader. In a strong worded post shared on X on June 16, 2025, the rapper expressed deep frustration at what he described as a repeated pattern of government negligence amid growing insecurity across the country. You have consistently shown that you are incapable of performing the primary duty of securing the lives and property of your citizens. This routine statement does not cut it, Falz says. Falz's comment came in the wake of public outrage over the massacre of more than 200 people in parts of Benue State. The killings, which have been linked to suspected herdsmen attacks, have drawn widespread condemnation, I beg your pardon, from Nigerians and prominent voices in entertainment. After being called out online for what many people perceived as his silence on the matter, President Tinubu took to X to address the massacre, saying, "Enough is enough." His statement reads in part, "I have been briefed on the senseless bloodshedding in Benue State. Enough is enough. I have directed the security agencies to act decisively, arrest perpetrators of this evil act on all sides of the conflict, and prosecute them. Political and community leaders in Benue State must act responsibly and avoid inflammatory utterance that could further increase tension and killings. This is the time for Governor Alai to act as a statesman and immediately lead the process of dialogue and reconciliation that will bring peace to Benue. Our people must live in peace, and it is possible when leaders across the divide work together in harmony, and differences are identified and addressed with fairness, openness, and justice. Despite finally addressing the bloodshed, many Nigerians have still faulted Tinubu for not speaking on it earlier enough, especially after the Pope. Now, I'll come to you on this matter, Chioma. What do you make of this story? And if people have not been calling out the president, would he have gone on X to make this particular statement? And is X now the new place to go and make a press briefing? What happened to calling people when you have such an emergency? Is this not a matter of urgency or a necessity to the president?
It's so sad that Nigerians had to cry out, to yell out before even in comments could be said. It's so sad because Nigerians are not supposed to call out the government in the country before such statement, because it's merely statement. Now we've not seen where they've been there to like maybe what is going on and so on. It's just merely statements we've seen. So it's so sad. Yeah, that is the anger in Nigerians, calling out when they are not even supposed to be. Nigerians are supposed to be finding out the necessary things they have put in place, security or where they have gone to find out the reason for all this attack, not them calling you out to go and do your duties. It's not right at all. And it took them more than a day to just write a comment, and this is just a comment that this is not even saying much. You are calling for dialogue. What concerns dialogue with people are being massacred more than 200? Is it that they have not watched the video, or maybe I don't know? I think maybe they've not watched the video, they are not in the country, or they don't know what is going on. Because you can't tell me after watching the video you are the president or you are the government of the country, and after watching their video you just sit down or you tell your PRO to just write such a lame comment on X, app. It's not fair.
And dialogue, what would dialogue do at this point in time?
I don't know the reason for the dialogue for reconciliation, dialogue for the corporates or for them to the headsmen to come and tell you the reason why they massacred children. I don't get.
Burnt
Maybe they can explain.
Alive.
Calling for dialogue is like you want to make peace. Make peace, and how do you bring back those families that have been lost and those children that have been massacred? How?
And their properties.
Let's forget properties. We're talking about lives now. This is lives, more than 100, more than 200, because we don't even know the actual figure, but we are just saying more than 200. So I don't know. I don't know where this country is leading to.
So do you think President Tinubu's response to the Benue killing was timely enough, or should he have come sooner than he did?
It's not enough. Number one, Nigeria, we are not supposed to call him out. Number two, the only comment he made on us is not enough and can never be enough. We want to see action. Because at the end of the day, it's only the government that can help us with this problem, with this massacre. We want to see action. What have you done? What are you going to do to stop? Because this is not the first time, neither is it the second. So what are we going to do to stop these headsmen attacking and killing people in their communities and in their sleep?
To you now, what would action be to you?
They know best. They know best, because I'm just a mere citizen. I don't have the power. I don't have the resources. The government has the power. The government has the resources. And I believe they should have the technique, the wisdom to know how to stop this killing of innocent citizens or burning their properties, go attacking communities. They know best. Because at the end of the day, I don't think my opinion counts. Whatever I want to say,
your opinion actually counts,
whatever I want,
that's why you're on the show.
Whatever I want to say, trust me, one of them in the government already have an idea or already have a better idea than whatever I want to say. These headsmen, they are in this Nigeria. We don't need to paint it. They are in this Nigeria. They may be in the forest. Despite the fact they are in the forest, they have a place where they lay their head. They sleep. Are you wanting to tell me that our security can't fish them out and give them justice? I don't know. Because the government has the resources to stop all these headsmen. So when you read some things like that dialogue, reconciliation, sorry, I think deep. I think there's a lot of things that we Nigerians, we are not talking about or we don't know.
There's a lot of things that we are not talking about or we don't know. So how do you think the government can regain the trust of its citizens? Because as it is now, most of us are losing trust in them when it comes to security matters and on this particular crisis.
The only thing they can do is going to those forests to fish them out. And when fishing them, we Nigerians, we now know that when they fish them out or when corporates are being caught, they may just paint it, and at the end of the day, they may go scot-free, or they may punish them at that time. Then after a while, they will say they have repented. So what we want as citizens is go to the forest, fish them out, and take us along with the process, how justice is being served. You are not going to bring back those that are massacred. We clearly know it has happened. But we want to see how justice is being served to those people so that we'll be safe in our homes, especially those communities that stays close to the forest and farms close to them. So we just want to see the process, how justice is being done to all those headsmen.
Yeah. Now, with what's been going on, everybody has been calling on the president. Now, what role do you think Governor Alai, that's the governor of Benue State, can play in leading the process of dialogue and reconciliation if like the president has called now, to the effect of what the president has asked? What role do you think he can play in leading the dialogue?
He needs to start the justice. He is the governor of the states. So he needs to first of all put the lead in fishing out the headsman before our president can follow up the lead, because our president can't go to where he don't know. He is the governor of the state. He knows the community better. So he's to start the leads by getting his security around there to fish them out, and whatever he needs more that his states can provide to get justice, then he can call over to Tinubu as a president to assist. That is his first role.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this story is quite sad. Now, Falz accused the president of failing in his fundamental responsibility as a leader. Do you think this criticism is fair, and what can the government do to improve its response to security challenges?
He's very, very fair, very, very fair, because he spoke most of our mind. Like, why do we have to yell out? Why do VDM need to go to Benue State and protest and call out on social media before the president of the country will have to quote or write statement? Or it's not supposed to be done. When that attack happened, it's okay for it to go around for us to hear, but immediately the government, because they are supposed to be securing their citizens, they are supposed to be protecting us, then immediately that incident happened, they would have taken over from there. Then we know that, okay, the government tried, they are doing something, they have information about what is going on. Why keep silent? Because of course I know the government of the governor, the people must have been aware. Let's say the governor Aliyah, he's aware. Why the silence? Why did he not speak out? Let us know that, okay, he played his own part, because he's at fault too. The same thing with the president. We didn't hear the information from him. They all kept quiet, because I just feel to them it's a normal thing, because this is not the first time these herdsmen have been killing. They just see it as a normal thing. And it's time for us to be crying out Allah, because this is not the first time they are killing children and people in their sleep. It always happens, and we look for, or we use one or two information to just let it slide. But this time around, we should not keep quiet. So the government, the president, we just need to fish out these headsmen, because if we don't do that, sorry to say, they are not ending anytime soon, because they know their reason why they are doing whatever they are doing. Or maybe the government knows why. So we need to fish them out now. If not, tomorrow we'll still hear another cry of children being killed in their sleep, sadly.
It's so sad that this is happening. Now, do you think it was the cry of the people on social media that jerked the president into this? Do you think he found out what's going on in Benue State via the comments, via the post, via the tags on X?
Yes, like I said earlier, they may have heard of it before we called them out, but they may have felt like it's a normal. This is not the first, it's not the second time. They just let it slide like it's killings. We've been hearing it. After all, he himself, he attacked Jonathan during his time that the government is doing nothing. So I feel that it's a normal thing. Let's let it go until we have to cry out before they know that, okay, Nigerians are not sleeping this time, before they have to do whatever they are doing, which is not supposed to be.
Over 200 people is so sad. So how do you think the government can balance the need for decisive action against security threats with the need for fairness and openness and justice in addressing the root cause of conflicts? Now, because the president is advising that we go with dialogue. Yeah. So how do you think we can address this? Because now, what would justice now be to you? You feel dialogue is not enough. What would justice for these people be to you?
Justice to me, and justice for everybody that saw and watched the video of those innocent children being killed in their sleep, is going to that forest, bring out all the headsmen, those that were involved. Give justice to Nigeria and to Nigerians, and allow Nigerians see the way you are giving out justice to these people. Not just telling us that they have been arrested, they are in jail, and we can't even see a little bit of proof that they are in jail. We want to see justice happening, and we are all seeing that, yes, justice is happening. Because at the end of the day, there's a rule that states that when you kill, there's a rule for it. We just want that to happen. Justice is what we want. The families too, they want justice. Or let's just imagine those people were their close ones. Won't they want justice? They will.
Justice.
Yes, we don't have to paint it. We just want justice. Lives were taken. Lives were killed.
Lives were taken. Now, let me ask you this question. What can young people like yourself do? What can young people like yourself do to hold the government accountable for their actions and inactions, to ensure that their voices are heard on issues that matter to them?
Our only channels is our social medias. We don't have to keep quiet. I really applaud on how our activists, our influencers, how they picked this up and like stop Benue killings, no more, no cry, the protests and so on. I really loved it. If we can do this way, as we young ones with our social medias, play this role by we want justice, we want all this killing to stop, and tag and make sure this audience gets to more people more, not only in Nigerians, then I think it will go a long way. We should make sure that viewers outside Nigerians see what is going on in the country, so that at least they can interfere to like what is going on in our country.
One last question. You're sitting now in front of Governor Alai of Benue State. What would you say to him?
First of all, I'll tell them that they are not doing enough. I'm saying this because this is not the first time this is happening. What are the measures, what are the things that were done when it happened for the first time, for the second time, for the third time? Because I can remember when I was having in Jos, I had to leave that state because of this whole crisis of the thing. What has been kept in place to make sure that these things don't happen?
Don't keep reoccurring.
Why does it keeps coming? Like what I said, if we don't do anything now, tomorrow, and we let it slide, tomorrow is bound to happen again. What are they doing? Is it that there's something they are not telling us? Do you people want advice, or will you take the advice from Nigerians so that we all start giving our own opinion? Maybe it will help.
Yeah, actually, we should actually give our own
Maybe
opinion.
they are out of ideas. Then they should call for Nigerians. What do we think we should do? Then maybe we can start from there.
Now, we'll move from Governor Alai. Now you're seated in front of the president. Talk to Mr. President. What would you tell Mr. President? Talk as though you're talking to Mr. President.
I wonder if you communicate with your governor. I wonder if your governor is telling you that is going on in their state. Because if they do, then I'm still surprised why the silence. Because this is not the first time, this is not the second time. And if the governor is not taking action the way you feel action should be taken, then why don't you bypass the governor and take action so that people will know that, yes, the governor didn't do something, and I, the president, had to take things into my hand and make sure we flush out the headsmen from their forests.